Good day children, Saira, and welcome back to our next session of this lesson, that is part 4, Civil Disobedience Movement. In our previous lecture, we have learned about the first roundtable conference, the second roundtable conference, even we have learned about the Gandhi-Irwin Pact. That is a pact which was signed between Gandhiji and Viceroy Irwin. Okay, now let's continue with this lesson, Civil Disobedience Movement. In a previous lecture, we have also learned that how Gandhiji had attended the second roundtable conference and returned disappointed. Okay, so let's see what was the result of this second roundtable conference. Pune Pact. Now, what is this Pune Pact? As you all know, in the previous part, we have learned about the second roundtable conference, in which Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar was also present, and Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar represented the Dalits. Okay, he demanded rights for the Dalits. Now, what was his demand? His demand was to have a separate electorate for the Dalits. That was a demand put forth by Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar. Okay, and as soon as the second roundtable conference was over, that time Prime Minister, British Prime Minister Ramsay MacDonald, he announced or declared the communal award. Now, what is this communal awards? Communal award means a right of the Dalits to have a separate electorates. That means the Dalits will have a separate election, separate electorate, separate place in the government. Okay, as a representative, they will have a separate electorate. This was not at all accepted by Gandhiji. Gandhiji did not want the Dalits to be separated from the other members of the society. He did not want the Indian people to be separated in the name of caste. For that reason, Gandhiji was against this. So what did Gandhiji do? Gandhiji went on a fast unto death. Okay, because he did not like this rule at all of separating the Dalits. Okay, so Gandhiji, he went on a fast unto death at the Yerwada jail. Okay, why he went on a fast unto death? Because he wanted to protest against the granting of the separate electorate on the basis of caste. For that reason, Gandhiji went on a fast unto death. Now, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, he was the one who had demanded this. So what did the Indian National Congress do? They all went to Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar and requested him to reconsider his demand, because Gandhiji was against this. So the Indian National Congress requested Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar that you please reconsider your demand. Okay, and Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar also saw that it was not in the interest of the nation. So in taking into consideration the interest of the nation, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar readily accepted this. Okay, he accepted the request and he went to Gandhiji. Okay, and when he went to Gandhiji in 1932, Pune Pact was signed between Mahatma Gandhi and Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar. Okay, so this Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar went to Mahatma Gandhi and both of them, they signed the Pune Pact in the year 1932. Now, what is this Pune Pact? It was just a promise, okay, given by the Indian National Congress, given by Mahatma Gandhi, according to which the separate electorate for Dalits was cancelled and a provision for reserved seats was made. Today also, if you see in the government, we have a reserved seat for the scheduled caste, scheduled tribes. Okay, these are all the parts of the Dalits. Okay, these are the caste of the Dalits. So here reserved seats was made available to the Dalits over here. Okay, instead of having a separate electorate, now they were going to have a reserved seats in the administration. Okay, so this was the Pune Pact. I hope children you all have understood what is the Pune Pact. Pune Pact was signed between Mahatma Gandhi and Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar regarding, what was that? It was against the separate electorates for the Dalits, and a provision for reserved seats was made available to the Dalits. This is the Pune Pact. Now the next. Okay. Now the third roundtable conference. The third roundtable conference took place in November 1932 in England. Now, as you all know, in the second roundtable conference, Gandhiji was disappointed. Gandhiji, who was representing the Indian National Congress, he was disappointed of this roundtable conference. So, this time, the Indian National Congress, they boycotted the conference. Nobody attended the conference. So, without the Indian National Congress people, the conference proved to be useless, to be futile. Okay, so Indian National Congress had boycotted the third roundtable conference. So the third roundtable conference was just a waste. Now the second phase of civil disobedience movement. Now, as you all know, in the after the second roundtable conference, Gandhiji had returned to India a little bit a disappointed mind or dejected mind. Okay, so he decided to restart the civil disobedience movement. So Gandhiji decided that he is going to restart the civil disobedience movement, and just because of restarting the civil disobedience movement again, Gandhiji was arrested. And when Gandhiji was arrested, there was total discontent among the people. The people got very much angry because Gandhiji was arrested. Now, what did the government do? The government started responding to this movement by using inhuman oppressive methods. That means beating the satyagrahis, okay, arresting people and putting them into the prison. All such oppressive methods they started using just to suppress this civil disobedience movement. Okay, and the angry people because of Gandhiji's arrest. Okay, so the government was responding in this way by arresting people, by torturing people, by putting them, by firing them, by doing lathi charge on them. Okay, such type of response the government started showing. So Indian National Congress and its associated institution were declared illegal by the government. Literally, the government was so very angry about the Indians' civil disobedience movement that first of all they started using all inhuman oppressive methods. About that, institutions like Indian National Congress and many other institutions and the related institutions were declared that they are illegal. Okay, and in that way they started arresting the people. Many restrictions were levied on them. National newspapers and literatures were stopped. Okay, all such oppressive measures they had started using now. Finally, in April 1934, Gandhiji withdrew the movement. Okay, seeing this condition, what did Gandhiji do? He withdrew the movement, and the historic phase of this movement came to an end. Okay, the civil disobedience movement, so very famous it had become. Not only the urban areas, even the rural areas were taking part in this movement. Okay, now Gandhiji had to withdraw this movement, and the this historic phase of the movement came to an end. Okay, children, I hope you all have understood till here. That is the second phase of civil disobedience movement. That's all about this lesson. I hope children you all have understood this lesson very well. We'll meet with a new lesson in the next lecture. Till then, thank you children.